What's up, my crypto legends? In this episode, we take a look at the Bitcoin price. Are we going to finally break this support level of $28,600, or is it going to hold and get a big bounce all the way up to $30,500? I'm going to talk about this potential scenario in today's episode, analyze the situation here for Bitcoin, and we also take a look at the Sp500 looking extremely bullish. We were talking about this shark pattern that we're also going to take a look in this episode. So if the stocks is bullish and also the DXY is dropping and Bitcoin is just going sideways and slightly to the downside when it should be pumping when the DXY is going down and also when stocks is going up. So we're going to analyze the situation, see if we're going to have potentially a bullish week for Bitcoin in this episode. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe daily today on Bitcoin Crypto. I also do live streams to connect with the community. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything that I say, and if you do so, do your own research. Let's dive in here straight into the Bitcoin price because we have been range trading, okay, in between these levels, 28,600 and 30,500 for more than 2 weeks right now. It's been more than 15 days. So it's getting very, very boring, but there are opportunities inside of this levels, of course, where you can actually make some money. Now, let's analyze the situation here because I'm actually still in my long position. This has been slightly in a loss yesterday, slightly in a profit right now here from this swing failure, come down to the 618. I was looking for that potential, bounce to the upside. Let's see if this is going to happen. I'm just going to leave that trade open for the weekend and see what's going on. And it's a very high risk trade because, we are in this dead cat bounce scenario in a big, massive downtrend. So, the probabilities in actually rolling back down from this range to retest the lows of the 12th of May is slightly higher, okay? We do have a high probability in actually coming down in the next coming days to retest those levels, but I think that potentially we are going to see some volatility to the upside, and one of the reasons why is the Sp500. Sp500 has had a massive week, okay, where it's just been going like crazy. It's been pumping like crazy. We'll be analyzing Sp500 right now, and the DXY also. This is why there is that potential, bounce that could happen on Bitcoin thanks to the Sp500 and the DXY small downtrend that we've had in the last few days. It seems like it is lagging because Bitcoin should be bullish if DXY goes down and should be bullish if stocks also are up. So I'm just waiting patiently to see if we're going to get that bounce from these levels. Let me know, guys, in the comment section, what do you think? Will Bitcoin come down to the $26,000 range in the next few days, or will it actually come as high as $32,000? All right, we are halfway there. I think there is a possibility that we're actually going to come to $31,800, $32,000 before actually hitting the low $25,000 levels. Let me know, what do you think in the comment section. Now let's dive in here. Like I said, we are also getting insanely supported by the value area low here. From this range, it's the value area low. This is why we're not successfully breaking down. It's a very, very solid level. And if we take a look at fib levels from the lows also, we're actually bouncing from the 50% Fibonacci from the low created on the 12th of May till the ultimate high here created on the 16th of May. You can see that 50% level is holding very, very nicely. We did a wick down below this range, as you can see here on the chart, and then finally got another bounce here at the 50% levels, okay, as you can see on the chart. So it is holding this range. Is it going to manage to hold? This is the question on everyone's mind. It might very likely get broken because we are in a downtrend, like I said, and we're probably going to see this dead cat bounce scenario playing out. So the reason why I am slightly bullish, like I said, we're going to go through right now the Sp500. But before, I want to show you, okay, the big major levels. If Bitcoin were to have, that bounce to the upside, what are the most important levels? Of course, we've got the value area high from this range, which is the $30,500, where we could get heavily rejected, okay? That is also a very high possibility of Bitcoin getting rejected here at that 30,500, 30,600. But if we break this zone, we have an important weekly level here at the 31,773. We have seen that big major resistance zone over here on Bitcoin on the 10th of May and the 11th of May. And if I zoom out here on the weekly, just for anyone that hasn't actually seen the latest videos from this major weekly level, it's from the 12th and 19th of July close and open weekly, as you can see here. So if we go back here to the 2 hourly, that is going to be a strong level. If we do start breaking this major resistance at 30,500, I am potentially looking for that rejection at $32,000 levels. It's a very, very strong resistance. If we do break above 30,500, then of course there is going to be a lot of trading opportunities here for shorts and for longs, okay? And we'll be going through that, of course, if that does happen in the next coming days. So getting ready for those potential trading opportunities, of course. And now let's dive in straight into the S&P 500. There's not much to add here. If we do have a solid breakout from this range, hitting 27,500 approximately, or even 28,000, and closing a 1 hourly, 2 hourly candle well here below this range, then of course this is going to be heavy resistance. If it does go up there, very, very fast, it's very likely going to get rejected. So there might be a good trading opportunity right over here also from that $28,600. Now, for the moment, it is resisting. We're not seeing any solid breakout, swing failure pattern, but there is also, we can see this right over here where we are creating aggressive lower highs. Look at this. This is kind of creating a descending triangle, which is insanely bearish, okay? So there is a possibility that in the next, 24 hours even, that we might be breaking this support level. We can see the selling pressure here, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. It's only got about 24 hours for an actual breakout. So the possibilities of breaking down here is very, very possible, of course, as you can see from this descending triangle, okay, kind of scenario. So stay cautious, guys, with these potential moves. Let's go straight here into the S&P 500 because the last few days we were talking about the S&P 500 actually bottoming out here and creating a kind of a double bottom or this shark pattern that was mentioned when we were trading at the $3,900 at this range on many live streams. I am in a long position from that $3,900 range on Prime XBT, guys. If you are interested in trading, Prime XBT is absolutely phenomenal. You can trade crypto, assets such as S&P 500, crude oil, silver, they have a huge bunch of them. And you can use Bitcoin, Ethereum, or stablecoins as collateral, which is absolutely phenomenal. And you have an insane bonus down below of up to 7%, sorry. You do get 7% added to your initial deposit. You deposit $1,000, you're getting $70. You deposit $10,000, you're getting $700 on top of that to trade with. Now let's go here straight into the S&P 500 because what has happened here is that we've had an excellent run up, all right? I was very much looking for this kind of scenario where the S&P was going to create this kind of double bottom with a slightly lower low shark pattern. I'll be leaving a picture here of a shark pattern right away, okay? Looking for that movement here to the upside, potentially hitting 4,200, 4,250 points, okay, by next week. And we've had an excellent rally. I wasn't expecting it to rally that much on Friday. We had an excellent run up here going from 4,050 points all the way to the 4,168 points. Absolutely crazy run up here on the S&P. And I do think that we're very, very likely going to hit this D point, which is round about the $4,250 range, where I would be taking profits, of course, from my long position here on the S&P 500. Now, what I wanted to show you here, this shark pattern, it's very much here all good with Fibonacci time. The 1-to-1 would be on the 31st of May, so we've still got a few days till we actually reach that target, all right? We want a nice, 1-to-1 scale from X to A to B, from B to C to D, as you can see here. Very, very nice. And very likely at this level, the 4,250 points is going to be insane resistance. We can see here back in the S&P 500 back in April, it was a very, very strong level, that 4,250, 4,300, where you do get that massive resistance. So it's very, very likely going to get rejected from this level. And you can also see here on the S&P 500 that you actually got the massive, okay, lower highs, major resistance trend line, as you can see, also going to be very, very strong resistance. So a lot of confluence, definitely a take profit area from this big move to the upside, that 4,250 point area. So this is why I think, Bitcoin going to, by Monday, Tuesday, going to be looking bullish, because if the stocks are actually quite bullish, S&P 500, Dow Jones, if they've had, a pretty nice bullish week and they're going to have the rest of the week also bullish, well, this should have a good effect on Bitcoin. This is what usually happens. So this is why, I am slightly bullish on BTC in the short term, just because of stocks, of course. Stocks, if I see the S&P 500 that is bullish, then this gives me a little bit of more confidence on Bitcoin, of course. And also the DXY. The DXY did actually break a very important trend line. We talked about the DXY. Also, potentially if we do lose this low over here, this last higher low created on the 4th of May, and this big major uptrend line, as you can see here on the chart, it is potentially going to create a downtrend. And this is usually very good for Bitcoin. Maybe not in the immediate short term, but in the midterm, it should have a good effect on Bitcoin. If the dollar value goes down, then of course it would affect the price of Bitcoin in the mid long term. So what I can see here on the DXY, that there is a possibility, we've already got rejected beautifully from this major resistance level. Okay, as you can see, it has been very strong support. I'm talking about the 102.50 range. We did get a massive big bounce. This was actually the resistance from the lower highs, as you can see. And we got a bounce to the exact dollar, super phenomenal right over here from the lower highs created on 2017, 2020. And if I go here to the 4 hourly chart, you can see that you got that beautiful bounce, okay, on the DXY, as you can see from this major resistance turning into support. Now we've broken this trend line. It is acting as resistance. Now, what I am worried about is we are going to potentially get, a relief rally, of course, in this downtrend on the DXY. And that is potentially not going to be good for Bitcoin, breaking these levels. But I am looking for the DXY to potentially create a double top here, or a slightly higher high in the next coming months, or even a lower high. Okay, I do think that we are potentially going to create a downtrend on the DXY, because we have been going up for more than a year, guys. And this should have a pretty good effect in Bitcoin, of course. Guys, this is going to be it for today's quick episode. Make sure to smash up the like button. Check out the Bitcoinsensus website for the latest news and technical analysis ideas down below. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.